What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to the new review era. Today we'll be taking a look at this guy right here. The Quasar Tri-Metal Fidget Spinner from FidgetHQ, another Jung-Un collaboration. You can pick this guy up for $39.99. Comes in a couple different versions, the solid body that you see here, and another version that has cuts in it. 6 tritium slots, I believe, and different cuts throughout the body, just so you can see the tritium from different angles. This is the solid copper version. There's also a stainless steel black with cuts, a stainless steel solid, and a stainless steel with cuts. I'm not one for tritium, really. I'm not opposed to the spacer beads. I don't know if that's just... I have to say I'm not one for it just because I haven't tried it yet. So I probably try it and love it, but who knows. I just haven't really gotten into tritium. Not knocking it. It's just... I don't know if it's not for me or I just haven't gotten to it yet. We'll find out in the future. Who knows. I feel like I spend enough money on spinners that I don't need to be spending them on tritium. From what I hear, it can get fairly expensive or add up quickly, I guess. This is the second version, I believe. The first version on the top, as you can see here, there's a slight chamfer right there. The original versions did not have that, and it led to a little bit of a hot spot. And I don't know if you can tell or not, but this had a brushed finish, and I kind of sanded it down a little bit. It's not quite a mirror polish, or a mirror finish, but it's close enough where it feels way nicer in my hand. I'm not really a fan of the brushed or machine finishes I'm finding. Mirror finishes, close to mirror finishes, stonewash, I don't really mind. I just really like the smooth feeling. I'm not one for texture when I'm spinning, I guess. That being said, before I sanded it down, these were kind of still hot spots to me. They weren't going to cut you or anything like that, but even now you can still feel it. There's definitely a sharper edge there. It wasn't comfortable. To be perfectly honest with you, I wasn't even enjoying this spinner that much until I sanded it and made it much smoother and nicer to the touch. Now I really am enjoying this thing. Let's go over the specs on this guy. It has a 47 millimeter spin diameter. It's 14 millimeters cap to cap. Each arm before the chamfer is 5 millimeters, and the entire arm itself is 9 millimeters. So it's pretty beefy for its size. It actually weighs in at 70.3 grams. So yeah, it's nice. I like it. I think that's why I like copper, well, polished copper anyway. It kind of has the same feel as a polished stainless steel, but it's heavier. And I like that in a smaller spinner. What else can I tell you about this guy? It comes with a FidgetHQ Zen Spin bearing installed, and an extra stainless steel 10-ball bearing on the side. You also get your pouch and your cleaning cloth. Funny little story, I actually won Raja's little birthday contest they had on their Facebook site. And I won a pouch and a bearing, and I told them I was still waiting on this, and if they wanted to, they could ship it with it, just to save on cost, I guess. So when I got it, I had the extra bearing in the pouch, and I assumed that was my prize. But then I looked online and discovered that's just how it came, so I'm still waiting on my prize. Let's actually take these caps off and have a look underneath, and we'll talk about the caps themselves. Cap 1, Cap 2, and there you have your standard bearing retention method. your vertical press. I particularly like this method. I know a lot of other people do too. I'm not opposed to different methods. I just really like the convenience of this one. As you can see, they have a nice little detailing work on the inside here that's barely noticeable with the caps on. But when you take them off, you can really see it. It's a nice little touch, nice little attention to detail. I like that. As for these caps, they're very similar to con caps, or they're basic con caps, except these ones have ridges. They have the same kind of dish and dip to them, which I like. It just provides a little bit more texture with the concentric circles going inward towards the middle. And then you have that little smooth spot in the center with the dimple. I don't know which ones I like better. I'm kind of leaning to the old ones just because I'm used to them, and once I find something that I really like, I really don't like to move away from them. I wore the same pair of shoes, or the same style of shoes, for like 10 years. So once I find something I like, I tend to stick with it. Unless, of course, they stop making your favorite pair of shoes, and then you have no other option. But there, yeah. Female underneath, male slides on top, screw, satisfaction. So since I put the polish on this guy, I've really been enjoying it. It's quickly rising to my top list, my top 10 list. If not, it's already on there for sure. It's very comparable, just because it's kind of like the same weight and almost size as the Zentrine Nano, my other favorite, my number one. So very nice. As I spin this and I spin this, I realize how almost dead silent this bearing is. It's like right up to the camera, you can't hear anything. So that's very nice. We are enjoying it, like I said. Size comparison wise, so there you have it against the Zentrine Nano. We'll bring out another copper. My DNA Spinetic X. Shape wise, my Wusa Fletching Namaste. And one more, the Triad. We'll move these guys up and pull these guys down. So as for the shape, they're very similar, these three. Just little things, designs, but they're pretty much the same shape, I guess. It's smaller than the Triad and the Namaste, and it's even smaller still than the DNA Spinetic X, but it's slightly bigger than the Zentrine Nano. This little groove in here is so nice for flicking. It's just very comfortable. One of my nicest spinners to flick, actually. Really enjoying it. And now that I've taken the sharper edges off the top here, grabbing from the top and pulling down, not a problem. Or just grabbing from there. It's just nice, very nice all around. I don't know if they have any polished versions to begin with, but if you have this and you weren't enjoying it, put a polish on it. We likes. One other thing I actually want to talk about is this guy. You can pick this up from FidgetHQ. I didn't get this one from FidgetHQ. I can't remember where I got this from. I think I did a review on it. But this guy was a very underrated spinner already. I did a little hammering effects to it here. Shoutouts to Hobby Timmy, who actually inspired me to do this and actually showed us all how to, so thank you for that. And I did this different kind of hammered effect where I just took basically the edge of the other side of the hammer and hit it on an angle, kind of. And I actually liked the effect it ended up with. Gives it a little more texture when pulling. And it's not like a machine finish texture. It's still very smooth. It's almost like knurling. I like it. So yeah. Pick up a spinner for cheap and just experiment on it. You can't really go wrong for 15 bucks. If I would have ruined it, I could have just bought another one. No big deal. But yeah, quickly rising to the top of my collection. We like it. But that's pretty much it. We got nothing else. You already know the deal. Until next time, live long and spin on. Like, sub, share. Please.